hear it when it comes around the curve there. And it goes about whatever. It's very fast.
All right. So right now I'm getting advice from, your name? Frank. Frank's telling me it's very dangerous to hang out around here on these tracks because these trains come at very fast, yeah. So I need to do this part really quick. Well, here I am on these dangerous tracks, right by the curve. So if I step on the tracks, I'll probably get killed. Same way that way. But Frank told me, be careful. Well, I just want to show you that I did find the railroad tracks that we grew up on. And I just want you to see that I did cross the tracks, Dad. I went from one side to the other. And as long as the trains don't come, I'm still alive. So this really should conclude this mission. But Frank here is trying to save my life. So, well, that about does it. We found the railroad tracks, we found the path, went up there, found the house, and now I think I'm done. So, since I don't want to get hit by a train, that's it. Mission accomplished.
You know, it was okay for 4 or 5 years. I could learn and look at things, but
you don't want to be on camera with me?
No.
But you can explain the railroad tracks to my family.
No.
Oh, come on.
Other people, they like to do that. They do everything to be
Yeah.
Here, there it is.
Oh, here comes the train.
See how fast it was? You don't have. If you snooze a second.
Woo! Frank.
Well, can you imagine standing on this thing, worrying about your camera and?
Frank, you saved my life. You have to be here.
No,
Just real quick, just tell them that you saved my life. That's all I want. Well, everybody, this is Frank. He's the guy that just saved my life. We'll back up just a little bit. Here I was, not more than 5 minutes ago, on this train track, looking fat, dumb, and happy, thinking that I had plenty of time when Frank was coming down the path. And Frank explained to me that when these trains come down there, you have no time to react. It'll smash you. I gave him some, I said, okay, Frank, all right.
You're not trying to get rid of him, are you?
See? He thinks I'm trying to kill myself. But not more than 5 minutes later, the train comes, and all thanks to Frank, because Frank warned me. And that was a bullet train or a city train or?
A slow motion train.
That was a slow motion train. Right. I almost got killed by a slow motion train.
It really is.
Well, maybe that's one lesson I should learn from my dad, Go down the railroad tracks, but never cross them. So again, Frank, Dankeschön for saving my life. Auf Wiedersehen.
I'm not used to it.
Whew, well, all right. So finally made it back. It's a little windy. Clouds are coming in. Might be a typical German day here as the evening arrives. So I've made it back on base, successfully avoiding any strangers in the woods. Met a couple of people, but no wolves, no Little Red Riding Hood. So that was good. Also avoided being hit by a train thanks to my friend Frank. He warned me about it. Not more than 2-3 minutes later after I got off that tracks, here comes a speeding train. Well, anyways, you can see behind me are the 2 buildings that I found from the woods. And it looks like they're the only 2 buildings tall buildings that still remain. I managed to drive down the street, and I can remember always the candy man coming up in the ice cream truck, and we'd run out here and stop him and get something. And I remember going all the way down, and the street was a really long street, so I drove it, and again, looks very familiar. It's a long, winding road. So over the years, it looks like they've done some extensive remodeling. Again, maybe possibly leaving these 2 buildings to renovate while turning everything else into single-family dwelling. So, okay, let me go see if I can find another building that's representative of more of what we lived in, and see what else we can find. Well, I managed to make my way just a few blocks down and found this building here. A little bit more representative of what we lived in, because I saw the grates. Ah, the grates. What a story there. And just over here is a park bench. Got another story for there. So let's go take a walk over here and take a look at this grate. Great story for you. Well, here it is. This building here is a little bit more typical of the one that we lived in. And here is the grate. If look down here, I'll show you that a little bit later. But still here. Here I was, just an innocent little kid playing out front, walked right by this, landed right through this thing, scraped up my back. Looks like you can still lift it up. Ooh, Probably still a hazard to plenty of kids around here. Well, I'm glad I got that out of my system. I knew I wasn't making it up in my mind. Here's positive and actual physical proof that these things did exist, and I did fall right through one. Wow, it's a long ways down. Glad I survived. Over behind me is a park bench. I think there's a story with that too. Let me head over there and fill you in on the day that the guy who worked in the basement made all those little kids smoke. Well, here I am back at the scene of the infamous smoking gun or smoking cigarette. I remember being out here on this park bench, and they were about, again, 5 years old. A whole bunch of us kids were all just sort of sitting here. And back in the day, you used to have these boilers down in the basement, so they'd have these maintenance men who'd come down and take care of the boilers. And also, when they made their cigarettes, they would put the tobacco in and then sort of fold it up. For whatever reason, this maintenance guy decided to teach all of his 5-year-olds how to smoke. So here we were sitting on this bench, and this guy just teaching us how to smoke. And then from up there on the 4th floor, Blondie and Trinket's owner, she saw us, yelled down at the guy. The guy got scared, of course. We were scared too. So first thing she does is run right across the hall, tells my mother. Mother looks down here, freaks out, comes down here, grabs me. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, this guy gets me to smoke. She's gonna have some feelings for me, but what does she do? She spanks me. Hey, you gotta learn somehow. Hey, that's why I don't smoke till today. So here we are, park bench, a little newer, but seems like the same spot. So I think that's about all the stories here. Found my grate, found my bench, found the railroad tracks. I don't know if I'll go look for that old sandbox. Way too many memories. Well, here we are, Kaiserslautern, and it was a good day-long trip, and that's it. Take care.